Have you ever used an AI like ChatGPT or Gemini? You ask this brilliant, perfectly crafted question, and what you get back is just kind of mediocre or sometimes just plain weird. Yeah. In this explainer, we're going to fix that for good. We're going to break down the exact framework for getting the powerful, insightful results you were hoping for.
You know the feeling, right? You type a question into an AI, thinking you're about to unlock some amazing insight, and the answer that comes back is, well, it's just a little off. It's an incredibly common problem, but the reason it's happening probably isn't what you think it is. Wow, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The AI sounds so incredibly sure of itself, so confident, but the result is completely useless. It just perfectly captures that unique frustration of getting an answer that's 100% confident and 100% wrong. So, here it is. This is the real reason your prompts aren't landing. It's not that the AI is dumb, and it's not even that you're not being specific enough. It's much, much simpler than that. You and the AI are speaking two different languages. And when you do that, you force the AI to just take a wild guess. This whole situation creates what we call the AI communication gap. But hey, don't worry. We're about to build a solid bridge to get you right across it.
The name for that bridge, the skill you need, is called prompt engineering. And look, this is not about coding or being some kind of tech genius. It's simply the skill of structuring what you ask for in a way that guides the AI. It turns you from someone just asking questions into the director of the entire conversation.
To be a really great prompt engineer, you have to get this one crucial point. The AI isn't thinking like you and I do. It's a massive pattern matching machine. It's just calculating probabilities. What's the most likely next word or token based on all the data it's been trained on? So when you give it a vague prompt, you're basically asking it to guess from millions of possible paths. Structure is what turns that wild guess into a guided, accurate calculation. So how do we give it that structure it needs to win? Well, we do it with a simple but incredibly powerful 6-part framework that you can use for pretty much every single prompt you write. The best way to think about this is like briefing a brilliant but totally clueless new assistant. You wouldn't just toss a task at them. First, you define their role. Act as an expert marketing analyst. See? That sets the tone. Next, you give them context. We're prepping for a major product launch next quarter. Now they have the background. Then, and only then, do you give them the task. Draft 3 potential slogans for the new product. After that, you get specific with the format. Put the slogans in a simple bulleted list. You also set some rules. Keep them under 10 words and avoid any technical jargon. And finally, and this is maybe the most powerful part, you provide examples of old slogans you really liked. Every single one of these steps cuts down the guesswork and points the AI exactly where you want it to go. Okay, once you've got that framework down, you're already playing in the big leagues. But now you're ready to level up. Let's get into 6 game-changing hacks that will take your prompts from really good to absolutely exceptional. Yep, 6 of them. These are the pro-level moves that'll save you a ton of time and seriously upgrade the quality of your results. All right, let's kick things off with hack number 1. This is designed to fight one of AI's biggest and most dangerous flaws, its tendency to confidently just make stuff up. You've probably heard this called hallucinating. Well, the truth detector hack stops it in its tracks. All you have to do is add this simple phrase to your prompt. That's it. It forces the AI to pause and check its own work. It has to actually assess its own certainty and tell you why it's so sure. This one little command can be the difference between a helpful answer and a really costly mistake. Now for a really clever one. What if you could get the AI to teach you how to be better at using it? Well, that's the whole idea behind the prompt helper. You're basically turning the AI into your own personal prompting coach. So next time you get a bad result, don't just sigh and delete the chat. Instead, copy your failed prompt, paste it right back in, and ask the AI to diagnose what went wrong and then fix it for you. This creates this amazing feedback loop where you learn exactly what a good prompt looks like, directly from the source. Hack number 3 is all about model matching. You wouldn't use a sledgehammer to tap in a tiny nail, right? The same logic applies to AI models. For tasks that need really deep creative or emotional thinking, you want to use the most advanced models. But for simpler, everyday stuff like summarizing an email, a faster, lighter model is perfect. Matching the tool to the task is half the battle.
You ever get an answer back and it's just okay? It's not wrong, but you know it could be so much better. That's when you use the self-improvement loop. You ask the AI to actually critique its own response and then rewrite it based on the weaknesses it found. You're essentially turning the AI into its own very tough quality control editor.
All right, get ready for a hack that is almost laughably simple but is an absolute game changer. It's called the 4-word miracle, and it's especially powerful for any kind of complex or strategic request. Here are the 4 magic words: think, step by step. Seriously, that's it. Adding that one simple phrase to your prompt forces the AI to slow down and show its work. Instead of just jumping to a conclusion, it has to lay out its entire logical process, which almost always leads to a much deeper, more accurate answer. And our final hack, number 6, is the priming trick. This is all about warming up the AI's engine before you ask the big question. So, before you drop your main request, you hit it with a related but broader question first. This gets the right parts of its digital brain firing, so when you ask your real question, you get an answer with real depth, not just some surface-level fact. So there you have it. You've got the foundational framework and 6 incredibly powerful hacks. Now comes the most important part of all. It's your turn to take this, put it into practice, and really master your communication with AI. And just remember, becoming a real prompt engineer isn't about finding one secret magic prompt that works for everything. It's about building a process. You test your ideas, you tweak the ones that don't quite work, you refine, and most importantly, you save the ones that do. And over time, you'll build your own personal library of killer prompts that get you exactly what you need every single time. You have the tools, you have the techniques. The only thing left to do is apply them. So, we'll leave you with this final question to get you started. You have the framework. What will you build first?